In this video, we will talk about how to implement abstract data type Q using the list abstract data type. Okay, so now I'm going to have my Q, and underlying I'm going to have a list L, and I have to simulate the whole behavior of Q. So if you remember the kind of operations that we had defined for our Q, we said that we are going to create new Q of a certain capacity C. So we have to keep track of the capacity of our Q. Okay, so that is integer value that we have to keep track of. So when I receive this C, what I will do is I'll say that yes, I need capacity equal to C, and we will say that now we will create list L, L dot create new. So we create new empty list, and let's start with this. Now I want to add something to my queue, and if you again remember, before adding we have to check if our queue is full. So let's first implement is full operation on our queue, and what we'll do is we'll check if the number of elements in our queue. So if the number of elements in the queue will be obtained from the list dot get length, if this is equal to the capacity that we have. If both of them are equal, in that case our queue is full, so we are going to return true. If that is not the case, we are going to return false. Okay, so that's my is full operation, and similarly I would have my is empty operation. So is empty operation of my queue would be simply returning L dot is empty. So that's my is empty operation. And now we should implement add and delete operations. So when I do add a particular value to my queue, what I will do is I will go to my list and add it at the end of my list. So first I will check if my queue is full. So if is full of operation of my queue, if that returns true, I would return error. Otherwise what I would do is just like what we did in case of stack. Do you remember? So we created a new list node with v. Okay, so I would create a new list node. I'll store value v inside it, and I'll take the address of this node and I will add at the end of my list L, and that should take care of updating the number of elements in my queue, because it would be reflected in the number of elements in my list. Okay, and that's my add operation. And now I will have the delete operation. It should return a particular value, right? So what will happen in my delete operation is that I will check if it's empty operation is true on my queue. If that's the case, it means my queue is empty. I cannot delete from an empty queue, so I will return error. If that's not the case, what I need to do is I need to delete from the beginning of my list. Okay, that's the way things will work. So I will say that L dot delete from the beginning, and I'll store that address in variable say L node, and then what I need to return is this L node dot val. Okay, so value stored in that node, and that's how my delete function would work. Okay, I won't do the examples of these implementations because that is something that you should do on your own. Again, if you face any problem in doing these examples on your own, please feel free to ask me during the weekly interaction session. Okay, and again, this is not the only way to implement queue using list. You could have various other ways to implement. For example, you can create your list of fixed capacity, fixed number of nodes right in the create new operation, and then in your add and delete operations, you don't have to create new nodes, you don't have to delete new nodes, you simply manipulate the values in your list. But in that case, you will have to explicitly keep track of number of elements in your queue. So you would require an extra variable here about number of variables, number of entries in your queue. Again, I won't do that directly here for you. I will leave that as homework to you. If you face any problem, please let me know. And again, what is the time complexity of each of these operations? Depends on what is the time complexity of each of the underlying operation. So is add at the end linear time or constant time? That would decide if my add operation is linear time or constant time, and so on. Okay, so that's queue using list.